Welcome to another episode of Daddy Gamer. I'm joined again, as usual, by Lil Gamer and Big Teddy Bear and Baby. And an exciting announcement. We have a theme song! We have a theme song!
Daddy Gamer, I die for you. Daddy Gamer, Daddy Gamer, Daddy Gamer, Daddy Gamer.
Is Daddy a big nerd?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I've been a self-proclaimed nerd since the first grade. And a huge part of being that self-proclaimed nerd was I basically always had a book in my hand. Whether it was The Edge Chronicles, Harry Potter, Goosebumps, I was always reading. One series that has always stuck out to me because it was the series that sparked my interest in the fantasy genre specifically was DragonLance, starting with Dragons of Autumn Twilight. It would change my life. It impacted my later interest in Dungeons and Dragons, Forgotten Realms, Lord of the Rings, and the Kingskiller Chronicles. All of that is because I read this book when I was 10 years old. Imagine my excitement being a big fan of these books when they announced a movie. That's right, we're reviewing DragonLance The Movie, Dragons of Autumn Twilight. Well, so far we've seen dragons and lances. That's a good sign, right?
Doesn't make me see a lesson.
Maybe you could distract me with a tale?
Very well. I know just the one. Gods of light have watched over the world of Kryn.
I thought the gods of light left us and took their healing with them.
Have always been opposed by the Queen of Darkness, Takesis. She and her dragon armies waged a war to dominate the world. In the end, with the help of the gods of light, the good peoples of Kryn prevailed, saving the world. Now believing themselves more powerful than their protectors, God's response was swift. The gods were never heard from again. 300 years have come and gone, and still the gods remain silent in the heavens.
That took the movie like 6 minutes to get through. And we haven't even met any of the main characters yet.
Seems like it would be pretty easy to spot evil dudes in this world. Skull armor, bad guy mullet, and his name is Verminard.
Bad guys are pretty easy to spot around here. You got the skull on the chest, skull on the head, shoulder pads. You know, with a name like Verminard, how can you not automatically know that that guy's a bad guy? I mean, oh look, there's one now.
No way, not me!
I'm sending my greatest warrior to guard the city, even if the staff reaches Saxeroth.
I do have some pretty cool t-shirts, don't I?
8 minutes into this movie and we are finally meeting protagonists.
Is that you?
Hello, old friend.
Old? Where? Did you find what you went looking for?
Proof the gods have returned? No. I heard tales of magical healing, but it was all trickery. I never found any real healing
Horse!
And hobgoblin.
Search them for the staff!
What is that? How many versions of goblins are there? And this is the first time I've seen anything like this. It's not in the book, and it's not a unique thing for that specific goblin. And it isn't their nose. Apparently, it's a racial trait for all goblins to have giant holes in their upper lip.
A goblet!
least I'm not a half-breed.
Ew, that might just be the grossest thing I've ever seen animated.
We are introduced to young Me's favorite character in the book, Tasselhoff. Tass is a Kender, and in this world they are similar to hobbits or halflings, but they are immune to fear and add in a dash of kleptomania.
You can never get that goblin smell out.
Then throw it away.
I can't do that. It's Flint's. You dropped it during the fight. I just picked it up for you. You should be...
The trio enter the inn where they meet up with some more of our heroes. And a couple of the rudest kids ever.
Hey, how come you're so short?
And then this happens.
And that's how I met your mother.
And Humor offered his thanks to Paladine.
Oh, blasphemy! Heretic! Corrupting our youth!
Stop corrupting our youth. The future of the napkin industry depends on them.
I'm confiscating this!
No! No!
I take what I want!
Knock him down so we can put out the flames.
I love the animation there. This is like a big moment in the story that like reveals like the plot, and it's just
There's something about
The
this.
group comes to the aid of the staff
Can't
bearer
let it
and
fall into
escape.
Goblin's hand.
They ride a boat, go camping, tell stories,
I'm Tanis. The brothers are Caramon and Raistlin. The knight, Sturm Brightblade. Flint Fireforge carries our wine, and Tasselhoff Burfoot is our clever little locksmith. And you are?
Goldmoon and Riverwind.
We're strangers no longer.
and then they encounter these guys. Just like with the dragons in the beginning of the movie, these guys are also done in 3D, in a completely different art style. The result is jarring and weird. After that, there is still so much of the story to get through. The result is much of the rest of the movie feels very rushed. Something happens, a few lines of dialogue to establish what's happening next, and repeat. From there, the party chats with the dead and meets a unicorn. The unicorn gives them food and offers them a ride.
Thank the gods.
This is me.
I love how that Pegasus just dumps him and goes. He's just like clearly done with that dwarf.
After they are dropped off, Goldmoon and Riverwind discover their home destroyed and the name of the villain. The promise of revenge moves them forward, and they arrive at this. Razla then makes a friend.
Hey you. Shabba wabba doobly doo.
I do that.
Their new friend, Boopoo, leads them down a secret passage that brings them straight to the treasure and a dragon.
The dragon proceeds to sleep through a shouting match, but then wakes up to whispering.
Before it tears you apart.
I don't need a lecture from someone who's willing to endanger the lives of his friends, even his own brother, to get what he wants.
The discs of Mashako.
The dragon then attacks, captures Razlan, and demands the staff in exchange for his life. Goldmoon steps forward and...
As you wish.
Whoa! I did not see that coming. Did you?
Goldmoon disappears, Riverwind mopes, Tanis shows how bad he is at saving people by needing to be saved himself, but in the end they've done it! They've obtained the discs of Mashakal.
But there's a problem. We cannot decipher them.
Who's to blame? What kind of gods are you that you demand a human sacrifice? I wanted to believe in you, but we don't need you.
Did they happen to be that close to a statue, or did Tanis run around for a while looking for one?
Tanis' deity-shaming pays off as he finds Goldmoon taking a nap. Goldmoon then heals Tanis without magic. And Tasselhoff totally trolls Rassel.
And hey, she cast that spell without using those funny words. Why can't you do that, all-powerful mage?
She's channeling the power of a god, you dolt. I'm wresting arcane energies from the very fabric of the universe. It's completely different.
After a bit of travel, the group is captured and thrown in a wagon. Tasselhoff continues trolling.
Yes, the name's Flower Form Fizzband. That's it.
That's not a name.
They are soon rescued and we are treated to this face from Tanis. While they are being escorted into the elven homeland, we are gifted with this piece of inspirational wisdom from Riverwind.
But no matter what, you have to believe in yourself. Of course, my village stoned me for my beliefs.
After arriving, Tanis makes out with the princess, Goldmoon is accused of blasphemy, and they meet with the king elf.
Besides, this will give you a...
Why does Tanis turn his face like that? Do you think the king has bad breath or something?
The final showdown draws near as the group agrees to all move forward together and rescue the slaves held by the armies of Verminard. After healing some guy, they discover the slaves' children are being held captive, and that is why they don't try to escape. So they devise a clever ruse.
I have an idea, but you're not gonna like it.
This never happened.
I've never seen an uglier woman in my life.
The heroes do manage to save the kids with their astounding charisma rolls.
They're getting a special treat today, courtesy of Verminard. We're taking them to the roof to look at the mountains.
After getting the children reunited with the adults and an inspirational speech from Fizzbin, they try to sneak everyone out.
Oh, hey, I didn't know Junkrat was in this movie. Kind of a before they were famous moment, huh? Oh, okay.
Junkrat notices them and orders the gates closed before they can escape, trapping them inside. Verminard does his bad guy thing.
I will destroy the men, the women, and the children.
Because I'm evil!
Luckily, they are rescued by a senile dragon and are able to blast open the gate, allowing people to escape.
Lead the slaves out. Take Lorana and Tika with you. The rest of us will hold off Verminard.
Surrender your weapons, and I will ask...
What? I call shenanigans. He took falling damage. There's no way he's still alive.
Verminard is a foe to be reckoned with as he completely overwhelms the party.
The gods of light will...
Good guys don't get monologues!
Life. No, never.
Then you will die.
Verminard, it looks like you may have impaled yourself on your own mace.
Tanis continues to speak about the gods of light, causing Fizzbin to rise out of a cauldron, turn into Paladine, and beat Takesis. With Takesis defeated, Verminard loses his powers and is killed by 2 swords to the chest, but not before delivering his best middle school Shakespeare death scene.
Takesis, why have you abandoned me?
I've died! Woe is me, thine is my death!
There are a few happy, hope for the future moments, and then it's over. DragonLance, Dragons of Autumn Twilight is a weird movie. Though it can be fun seeing some of my favorite characters on screen, the way it's done is simply disappointing. They made some strange choices, like the dragons being 3D rendered in different art style than the 2D parts. And, this.
Most of these performances feel like the actors are literally just reading the script, and it comes across as unemotional or maybe broody, if that. A few of these choices do lead to some laughs, though. The line delivery combined with some of the animation choices adds a level of absurdity that really does help enforce the idea that this is a group of friends playing Dungeons and Dragons. Thinking about it in this way really does help me take this movie less seriously, because it doesn't take itself seriously. Overall, it followed the book pretty closely. Almost everything is in there. It's just nothing's in there long enough for you to really feel a connection. If you're looking for an epic adaptation of the DragonLance movie, steer clear. You will be disappointed. I will say, though, that it is probably worth getting a few friends together, popping it in, and having a few laughs. And on that note, kids, have fun, and parents, join them.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit like. And if you want to be updated on new videos, hit subscribe. We are so close to 100 subscribers, and I want to thank everyone who has subscribed so far. If you haven't subscribed yet and are interested in seeing new videos, please hit that button, help us hit that milestone of 100 subscribers, and get us a custom URL. Till then, check out a few of our other videos.